Howdy, my name is Kyle Berges, co-founder and CEO of the Four Horsemen Services. The Four Horsemen Services is a data analytics firm built for the common individual. We exist for people who want to understand what's really happening inside a company without decoding 1,000-page filings or paying Wall Street prices for analytics. Today, I will be walking through the Four Horsemen Services products and what analytics will be used inside the services and client portal. Here is our website, thefourhorsemenservices.com. Our landing page has a great number of different attributes and explanations of our features in our product. To review additional information that the product offers, simply scroll through, check out the product features, and hit the Read More tab to find out more information regarding each section. Today, I'm going to focus on what our product offers and how analytics of certain stocks can occur quickly. So quickly, I just open up the client portal. I get inside, and for instance, if I want to look at one specific stock, like Nvidia, I just go to the Stock Explorer and quickly enter the ticker symbol. I have an overview page that calls out some key metrics, when their filing for their quarterly report is coming up, some additional valuation metrics, growth and profitability metrics, any dividend and pricing and trading information, and an analyst ratings price target. Our company specializes in reviewing business intelligence graphs that take the quarterly filings or the annual filings and spacing out how the company has performed. I've learned that it is easier to review information that is graphed to spot trends quickly. Inside this BI page for quarterly information, you can see there is financial information from the income statement, balance sheets, statement of cash flows, and statement of equities, alongside other KPIs such as ratios and growth rates as well. Another way to view this information is you can go through the annual reports as well. There's news that is pertaining toward the ticker symbol. You can find any company filings. For example, a Form 4 filing will take you directly to the SEC filing. Here you can see what the shares that were divested or accrued and who performed the action. Another way to view this information is to check out the Insider Transactions page. Here we have broken down and summarized the transactions by month, the dollar amounts, and if it was an acquisition or disposal. Below there is an acquisition or disposal of trades by who inside the company performed that, what their title is, and what type of security it was, and the total number of shares and the total value. Moving along, there's an EPS calculator. So for EPS, it stands for earnings per share. The current stock price of Nvidia is roughly $185.61, which is reflected here in the current calculation. You can see that the price to earnings ratio is currently 45.83 and 4.05 EPS. We have made it simple where if you had chosen to change and play around with the numbers of how much the price to earnings ratio growth can increase or how much the earnings can increase, you can get a calculated stock price of where the stock may go. If you'd like to review that as changing the actual stock price to see what must be obtained in regards to earnings per share or a calculated PE or a calculated EPS, reviewing what the share price can be with a PE ratio that may historically fit better with the stock. In addition, there's an advanced EPS calculator. We can see here what the change in the EPS has been over the last 4 quarters. Roughly, this looks like the change has been about 62% annually. If I take the 62% annual growth in EPS divided by 4 quarters, That is roughly 15% a quarter, or 15.5. What I can do is, if I think that Nvidia is going to grow at a slower rate, I can input a 12, an 8, a 10, and a 14 that is reflected down here in the EPS forward guidance calculation. This will also show me what the trailing 12 months aggregated EPS will be. It will also show me the growth rate that I inputted and how much change that is in EPS. Additionally, it would show me the stock price that will be obtained given the current PE ratio multiplied by the trailing 12 months EPS. Additionally, there is a summary that shows what the stock price EPS will be. The forecasted 12 months EPS of the trailing 12 months will equal as a 6.73, and how much of a change over the trailing 12 months EPS that will be and what percentage that is. This is the simple guide to reviewing the Stock Explorer page. Any questions, feel free to reach out via our contact page or drop any comments in the YouTube link below.